Hi, Brian, and anybody else who might be watching this video and find it hopefully helpful. I'm going to show you the process of creating posts. Now, we use posts in two different ways. We're using posts for the teach-in, learn-ins, and we're using posting for the newsletter. We can also use posts for just news in general, for video, whatever we want to do. But right now, those are the two ways we're really using it. And since what we're wanting to do is take all the old information from the old site, all the previous posts, and move them over to the new one, we're going to have to do that manually. I've done all of the transferring over. So now this is to show you how to create posts and in that process to help in, moving all these things over. So let's start with when you log in, you're going to I'll create an account for you, which will give you access to log into WordPress. I have a bunch of stuff over here you're probably not going to see. And if you're not sure what it is, I would recommend don't click on it. So let's go. We're going to look at two different areas, posts and media. So first we're going to just go to posts. I can click here or I can go to all posts, either one. These are all the posts that we have right now. Now these are in here based on the date that they were either created, the post was created, or the date we enter that the post was created. So specifically, this was June. Well, let's go down to one of these. So this is February 10th of 2026. If I created this one today, regardless of what I put for the title, it would be, if I just created this one right now, it's going to put it at the top because it sees today's date as the published date of this post. So if we go into quick edit, we can set the actual date that we want. Okay, we're going to come back to that here in just a minute. So here are all the posts that we currently have, and you'll notice the categories are either newsletter or the teach-in learn-ins. That's all we have right now. Okay, so the next question is, if we're going to create a post, where are we going to get the stuff we need, the images or the PDF, etc.? Okay, that's going to come from the media area. So I'm going to go to media library. And these things up here, you can turn these off if you want, or just leave them. Probably just best to leave them. Okay, so you guys supplied me with the posters, so I've uploaded all the previous posters. Since I'm here, I want to make a quick note. This one here is November 4th, and the same gentleman is somewhere else here. And this one is August 19th. If I remember, he was originally set up and then it was postponed. I've left it in here. So we have two of them. It's not going to hurt anything if we have two, but just as you're doing this, you may find that this one does not need to be added as a post because I think this one was postponed. Okay, now what you're going to see is you're going to see all these that I just uploaded. After I uploaded these images, I uploaded the newsletters. So everything in here is going to be sorted based on the upload date. So last thing I uploaded were the newsletters. Before that, I uploaded all these images. Before that, I uploaded these newsletters. And then prior to that, I uploaded these posters. These are not duplicated up here because these are the three posts we currently have. Let me do a quick, I'm going to open the site itself so we can see it in real time. I'll click on news and events, and you'll see down here, these are our three posts. Now, I don't like the fact that we've got extra space here, but it's all based on the image size that I get. That's the bottom line. It's just going to be based on the image size. So now it could also be like here, we have 2 lines versus 1 line here. So if this had come up, this probably would be the same size as this one. All right, let me come back to here. Now, so we don't have to do these 3. And let me go back again. And I put in, these are the 3 newest newsletters, but I put in all these newsletters except for this one because I'm going to use this one as an example. Okay, so let's start with the posters. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this so I can see the date. So this one is February 25th. And I'm going to assume that is, I don't know when that is. I don't know if this is, let's look up here. That just tells me the upload date. Okay, here we go. 2/25. Good. Okay, perfect. So this file name's perfect. So this is February 25th of 2025. I know that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually, I don't need to copy that. So I just need to know that this is February 25th of 2025. All right, I'm going to click up here in posts. I'm going to click New Post. Or Add Post, excuse me. Maybe I didn't click on that. Oh, yep, it's turning. Okay, now I'm going to put teach in Okay, so that's my title. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to indicate the category, the teach in, learn in. This is very important because it tells this page where it's going to go. Okay, and these are the latest three, so let me come back to that. Okay, so I've indicated that this is a teach in, learn in. I gave it a title. I'm now going to click Use Divi Builder. Now sometimes if you click too fast, it will save it as a draft and then kind of repeat this process. So I'll show you what I mean here in just a moment. So it's processing and creating this this new post. Okay, so it's going to ask us, what column format do you want? Now notice, see how this is changing? So sometimes when you get to this page, if I click a single column before it fully loaded, it will actually save it as a draft, and then you'll see this whole page come back up again. It doesn't hurt anything, but don't be surprised if it happens twice. Now, for every single one of the teach-in, learn-ins, I simply pick a single column. Now it's going to ask, what kind of module do you want in this column? And we want an image. Now I can slide down and find image, or to save time, I can just start typing in image, and I click image. This comes up and it says, okay, what image do you want? I'm going to click on the gear, and it takes me to the library. If it was going to be a new image, if it was not in my library, I would click on Upload File, select File, I would navigate to it, and upload it. It would be the most current image in there, and then you could pick that. But we are going to pick this one here, and I'm going to say Upload Image. Notice that the image is uploaded there. Now, because this is a past one, we're not going to put the link to the Constant Contact registration on it. However, going forward with each new one, we are going to want this image to link to the Constant Contact registration page. So what you would do is, now we've created the image, we're going to scroll down this little box, go to link, we would paste the link to Constant Contact in here, come down here and say you want it to go to a new tab rather than opening in the same window. We're not going to do this here, so I'm just going to hit the plus button. All right, so what I've done then by hitting the plus button is I've said, yep, this is all good. Now I have to save the page, so I'm going to click down here in the purple. First, I'm going to say publish. And your first time, you have to publish it. Anytime after that, the button will be save. So by publishing it, I have saved it. Otherwise, if I was making some correction to this, then I would come back, I'd hit save, and it's doing the same thing as publish, but once you publish it, you'll only see save down there. Okay, now let's look at something. I'm going to refresh this, and you're going to see that that one we just created came up as the newest one. Well, that's because when we create the post, it doesn't care what the title is. It's going to say that today is the day you created that post, so it's the most current one. So here's the next step. What we have to do after we've created this is come back to our dashboard. We're going to go back into our posts. And this is February 25th of 2025. I'm going to click on Quick Edit. And down here, the date, I'm going to change it to February 25th, 2025. Time doesn't really matter, but I tend to be OCD, so I just put 12 o'clock. And you notice, again, so let's say you forgot to put that it was a teach in, learn in, and it by default, it'll be uncategorized. Come back in and just correct that here. Hit Update. Now if I come here, it's going to go back to the most current one, but I can go back to older posts and it will be in there. Okay, now let's come back here. So there's a bunch of bouncing around here. So here's what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend that when you're here, like right now we're in posts. Okay, I'm going to click up here and I'm going to, hang on, my little recording there's a bar you can't see that gets in my way from this recording software. I'm going to hit duplicate. What I'm doing is I'm opening two admin tabs. So now I'm going to, on this tab, I'll go to media. Now this is going to help save some time. So here we are. Let's say we want to create the next post. All right, the next teach and learn. And that's going to be, I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to move over to this one. So this one is December 10th. I don't know the year. Well, I'm going to assume it's 2025. Okay. So I'm going to assume this is December 10, 2025. Okay. I can leave that. I'm going to come over here, click. Okay. Come back down here, tell us to teach and learn in. Click the builder, just kind of wait for a moment. And I'm going to see if I can kind of make it do that goofy thing. That's running fast enough they think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Like I said, don't be surprised if the window goes away and comes right back up. It's not going to hurt anything. All right, so now we're going to go put that image in. I'm going to scroll down, and it was this one here. Upload the image. Again, remember, we would go down to link and put the constant contact link in there if that's what we needed to do. I've got everything I want here, so I'm going to hit the plus or the check button. I'm then going to come down here, hit the publish button. Okay. Now, again, we've got to go back to the dashboard, back to our posts, and we need to change the date on that. And this is going to be December, I believe it was 10, yep, 2025. Feel free to skip this step, especially because this is a past post. It really makes no difference. But again, I try to be consistent. Okay, so that's how we're doing the teach in, learn ins. Okay. Okay, so, the reason this is still showing up here, I'm going to double check that. Is just because we haven't refreshed the page. All right, now let's do a newsletter. So I've done all these newsletters except for this one. I saved this one so that I could show it to you. So this is June 18th of 24. I'm going to click on this. Now this is a PDF, and it's not an image file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL. So I hit copy, and I'm going to close it. I've got to remember the date, and the date was June 18th, 2024. Okay, I'm going to say add a post. Now I'm going to put and just because for some reason, I always forget if I've got it right. First, let me come down here and identify that as a newsletter. I'm going to double check this, and it was June 18th of 24. June 18th, 24. Got it. Okay, I had to do a quick pause there because I noticed a quick error that I had to fix. Okay, so now we have our newsletter, June 18th, 2024. I'm going to click here. I'm going to say it's an image. And we use, this was what happened. I had lost this image, so I had to upload that. We use this as a standard image for all of our newsletters. I'm now going to slide down here, and I am going to put in where that newsletter is located. Remember, we opened the newsletter. It was this one here. We opened it. We copied to the clipboard the URL, the location of the newsletter. We've just told it there. We're going to tell it to open in a new tab. Hit the checkbox. Now we hit save. Okay. Now, once again, it is going to show up here as the latest one because we haven't changed the date. It sees the date of this as today because we just created it. So we are going to come back here we're going to go to posts, all posts. We're going to do the quick edit, and we're going to change the date to June 18, 2024, and update. Okay, I'll do a refresh, and there we have it. So that's how it's done. It's not terribly difficult because we are coming back at this trying to bring everything in that was done previously. This is just going to be very time consuming. Keep in mind, from this poster here through all these newsletters and through, I believe this is the last one we did, those are all done. The rest of these have to be done, and then these newsletters have to be done. Now, let's talk about, all right, these newsletters are PDFs, so they're going to be done the same way. You'll notice these are dated February 26, February 26, January, and January 26. Okay, those are all fine. Those are PDFs. This was shared with me. These are newsletters that are an image file, and here's why an image file doesn't work. If we were going to use an image file when we create the post and we go in and say pick an image for it, what we'd be picking is this image once we uploaded it to the website and everything. But let me show you what this looks like. That's it. So that's why the newsletter has to be in a PDF, not in an image file, because this is the image of the entire newsletter. We've converted it from PDF to JPEG image file. That doesn't work. So I will need these still. So from these are, looks like February 17th, that these might be duplicated, but I'll need these. Let me double check to make sure I don't have them already. Let's look in our media. And these are February, January, and that is February. So maybe we have these already. I was just say double check. So maybe that's not a concern at all. Maybe we're good to go. Okay, I think that explains how it's all done. And if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, there is one other one I will mention. When I was uploading these PDFs that were shared with me. No, that's not right. I'm sorry. I was uploading the posters. And all of them were an image file except for one. There was one PDF, one poster PDF in that group. I'd have to go back to the email to try to find. I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think it was in this group. It was a different one. In any event, there is probably one poster that may not be showing because it was not an image file, it was a PDF. And if we need to add that one, we can. Okay, I apologize that this is so long, but hopefully this will help out. Let me know if you have any questions.